So we're leaving now. For first class, right? For you to understand what the first class is like, of a dog. Within my method, we have here Jujuba. Who's there drinking water? It's very Jujuba. We'll all ruffle. Now this. The Jujuba never had a class. Can see, her behavior. And here goes the first. The first to the important question. We will work with her food. We are not going to work with snack. It's in her case, and for that food to have value. Obvious she's hungry, right? Then, pay attention to what will start to happen now. A little food in hand. And I'll start loading the click. Four paws on the floor. EU start, or simple as that. Click and she wins. Click and she wins. Jump that I do nothing? I will not fight. I will not drop. I won't do anything. I will thwart her. Or pay attention. Went down continuously. I don't need to be talking to her. I don't need to stay interacting verbally with her. Because at that moment, it would have no value. I can praise her, and even my compliment. It has to be controlled so as not to excite the dog too much, not take the dog out of focus. So this is what I'm doing, Flame. If you load the click. Very good. Very good. Very good. Rose that I do nothing. The frustration, she is very important in this work. In this method that I started to do, now logical that you will load more click it. I'm alone. Accelerating here for you to see the second. Step that is hand magnet. I'm holding a hand magnet. I'm keeping her with 4 paws on the floor. And I'm doing it. Touch my hand, Played click wins. Played click wins. Very good. Very good. Pay attention. I'm standing here. The fact that I stand still has value. Because, she came back. If I had called, if I had induced her, I came. I would adopt a dog. Reactive. And that is not the principle of the method. My method works with proactivity. So I want her. She looking for interaction. She solving problems. What I want to teach now. Pay attention. I want her to feel, but I won't be making a lot of gestures. I will wait for her will to sit. And what happened can happen in the universe. Maybe the result of lack of hunger. Maybe the result of a dog's lack of appetite. Either by some illness, i.e. by his habit of eating little then. If it happens in the universe, we try a little more and close the audio. I give her the food. No, I will give it in a little while. Making another silence. Now, if you are serving a customer, at that time you can assess whether that dog continues in the ration, or if you leave for a snack at lunchtime. It's not the owner at home. Homeowner will always work with the feed. Comes avoids dropping ration on the floor as much as possible, is that her ration is very small. Realized how sit happens. Oh. Notice the height I leave my hand. It's a very uncomfortable time for her to jump. Oh, she has nowhere to lean. She has nowhere to support her paws. I won't let it lean on me. Oh, then she ends up sitting. And bulldog is bad to eat because of that mouth of them, which is square. So for her to take one grain here in my hand, oh, it's been really hard for her. I won't let her support. O does not let support. Sat 1. I just don't want her to eat upright, so I'm accepting the first few times. In a little while, I won't accept anymore. Oh, I stand with my hand still, at a time when she can't support herself. Naturally, she will sit. And then you start rewarding her. Sitting. Don't let her get up to eat anymore, or have to eat sitting down. Look at the size of the ration. This is the puppy ration. It's very difficult to work with a small ration like this. You are already seeing the dog even more. Oh. Notice that I don't fight with her at any time. I will fight with her because she's jumping. I will simply thwart. And then I enjoy it when she sits, sat. Continues to win, oh. Prevents as much ration from falling to the ground. Yes, here it is.